say about Trevor Lawrence, just how he's looking so far this season and then the weapons that he has too?
Yeah, starting with him, great quarterback, big, strong, fast, great vision, can make any single throw on the field. I think they started off pretty well. The first game, obviously losing, but I think they started off that at least that first half very well. Receiver core wise, they got a lot of great targets. Got a really good rookie, Gabe Davis, Christian Kirk, and Evan Ingram. So they got a lot of talent out there.
Who do you play in the slot most of the time?
It really just depends. I feel like Christian Kirk plays a lot in the slot. Ingram plays a lot in the slot, so I'll get my fair share of matchups against them.
Greg, when we talked to Jim yesterday, he mentioned that last year, even though Trevor was playing on that high ankle sprain, like he still moved around, like maybe more than you guys even expected. But I mean, how much of a jump do you think there is this year playing him in week 2 when he's like healthy versus last year when you guys saw him later?
Yeah, I just think he's just gonna have his full ability. Big 6'6" guy. I mean, he was like you say, he was moving around last year, but and he was hurt. So him at 100% is definitely going to be more of a challenge for us. So we just got to keep our eyes on our man and be able to contain him.
How did your hamstring hold up after that? Do you feel soreness or anything like that?
Just natural soreness around the entire body, but I felt 100% out there. It felt great to get back out there, but hamstring-wise, it feels great.
What was the, coming off that week 1, what was the focus defensively with, Jim Schwartz and his messaging to you?
Yeah, I think it's just to start faster. I feel like in that second half we finally came to our own and start playing very, very well. So the message really is just to start fast and finish strong.
Sometimes a harder task to kind of go through a receiving core that's like kind of 4 guys deep rather than have like a CD laying out there.
Yeah, but even with CD, we treat everybody with respect. No matter, if they're the number 1 receiver, number 4 receiver, you got to treat everybody with respect. This is a very talented league, so guys on every single team, whether you're 4th, 5th on the depth chart, you got to treat everybody with respect. But they're over there in Jacksonville. They got a lot of great receivers, so we're definitely looking forward to that matchup.
One of the things Jim mentions about you guys, whenever even if things aren't going your way, like on Sunday, the defense, just kind of the energy you guys show, your personality you still show, you're still doing your separation. You take pride in sort of stepping up and being a guy that even when things maybe aren't going the best way, keeping guys' spirits up and those types of things.
Yeah, for sure. Man, it's a game of football. It's a game we've been playing since we were little, man. It's a fun game. Whether you're winning or losing, man, you got to still enjoy the process. It was only game 1. So, you just got to keep that energy because at any time, you can always get back in the game. Whether you're losing or not, there's always chances to get back in the game. But I definitely pride myself on just staying on top of celebration and just trying to keep the energy high.
Last time you guys faced each other, MJ had a really big game. I know it's a new season and there's been some changes on their end, but when you watch the tape and you're preparing for them, are there things about that offense that you feel like the secondary can exploit just like you did last time?
I think the reason why we were able to exploit it last year was just because we were just playing with our technique, just trusting the guys up front to get that ball out fast. So we're gonna do the same thing. We got all the faith in our D-line to get there, get some pressure, and try to make them force some bad throws and some error throws. So it's really going to be the same mindset. The D-line's our engine, so as long as they're going, we'll be fine.
Jim had mentioned that you'd like to see you guys take advantage of opportunities to come in the turnover game in the secondary. You guys do those drills like every day. So my question is, how, I don't know if realistic is the word, but like when you guys are doing those drills, how do those compare to like an actual game, situation when the balls are bouncing around and coming at you and stuff like that?
Yeah, I think
Can you simulate that in practice?
Yeah, I think B. Lynch does a great job. Whether that's tip balls and things like that in our individual periods. Obviously in the game, when the lights are bright, you got to be able to do that as well. But I mean, as long as you continue to do the little things great, eventually it'll fall our way. And I feel like last year kind of was the same. We weren't very turnover aware the first few games, and then we got it going. So we just got to continue to just keep our head down working, and those turnovers will come.
Greg, Evan Ingram, just what type of matchup problems does he present, especially on the perimeter for you guys?
Yeah, he's a receiver, but a bigger body, but also a tight end. So, when he's running routes, he could be very physical. So you got to be ready to play with that type of physicality, but then he also can run routes like receivers. So he's definitely a guy that I would say you have to lock into, knowing where he's at, but we'll be up for the challenge.
Obviously, you guys have to be aware of Brian Thomas Jr., the really talented rookie coming in. There's been a lot of talk about him. He had the touchdown last week, but what are the challenges? Like, is it a little bit more challenging to prepare for a guy who doesn't have a lot of tape, who is a rookie coming in, because you just don't really know his tendencies as much yet, versus like a guy that's a vet, been able to study a little bit more?
Yeah, for sure. But at the end of the day, no matter how much film you watch on any receiver in this league, you got to play to your strengths. You got to play with your technique. So our focal point every single week is just, make them beat us, force them to beat us, and just play with our technique, play with our eyes down, and be ready to eliminate routes.
Greg, to go back to the takeaways, Jim mentioned this yesterday, but watching back that Dallas game, were there opportunities? He said he saw that. It looked like you guys missed to take the ball away. Did you guys see those and all in agreement on that?
Yeah, we definitely missed. We definitely missed a few opportunities, and that can change the game. Turnover battle is the biggest key for win or loss. So we definitely left some out there, but every single day at practice we're working to improve on that.
How are you guys preparing to handle the whole early splits? How have you been kind of prepping into practice and stuff like that?
Yeah, there's not really much you can do because technically, at practice, it's just having that mindset, just starting fast. At practice, you don't have the crowd, so we got to have our own energy. Whoever we travel down there with is going to be with us. So it's kind of just starting fast at practice, just keeping that as a point of emphasis and just remembering last year what the difference was. So I think we'll do a good job of erasing that, that stat on us this season.
Kevin, or I should say, a lot of your teammates this week talked about how Kevin doesn't ride the roller coaster, right? And after week one, it's easy to overreact and things like that. Since he's come here, this team has really done a good job of bouncing back after losses. What is it about Kevin's messaging and just him as a coach that gets through to you guys and you guys are so effective in your response?
Yeah, I think he's a great players coach, and he's always calm. Like, he's never too high, he's never too low. He stays middle of the pack. So I think he did a great job, honestly, of just getting the right guys in the building. First of all, it's always, his message can be anything, but if you don't have the right guys to be able to support that message, then you can't do anything. So I think it's a very good player-led team. We got a lot of vets that won Super Bowls and did a lot of that stuff, so we kind of lean on those guys to kind of lead us. And, you just got to realize it's a very long season.
What impact do you think some of the off-the-field stuff that Deshaun has gone through this week, what impact do you think that will have on this locker room, on this football team?
Yeah, I don't think it'll have any impact. Like everyone always says, man, when you cross those lines, when you get in this building, it's about the work, it's about football. So, everyone has things going on outside the building, but when we get in this building, it's about football. So, I don't think any of that will impact anything in this locker room.
Do you think in some ways you guys might pull together even more in the face of adversity, or maybe not? I don't know.
I just feel like, we're pulling together because we want to win football games. So at the end of the day, we're trying to get as close as we can as a team to, try to reach our ultimate goal. So I think that's just the thing that no matter what's going on, that's something that, as a team we're trying to do is just get together. Yep. Appreciate you guys. Yep.